Welcome, episode 2 of the Like Minds podcast. And today we're going to be talking all about confidence. If you listened to episode 1, then just want to say I appreciate you. I tried to listen to it myself, but I got about 3 or 4 minutes in and realized that I say the word like as like a filler word. Done it again. So many times. And maybe it was just the fact that I just didn't want to listen to my own voice, but I had to turn it off. So hopefully you didn't notice it as much as I did, and hopefully you took a lot from it. And if you've subscribed to the channel, if you've sent me a message, then I just want to say that I appreciate you. And just to be honest, this is tough. It is challenging. I really don't feel confident in doing this still. Shameless plug about what we're going to be talking about, but it's taken me 3 hours just to do this episode. This one's taken a lot longer. I don't know why. I've really got into my head about it, but I want to be like, it's uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable because I want to be as open and honest as possible. And I do that because it helped me so much when I was going through parts of my life. And even now, like, hearing someone's perspective on a situation or a topic helps so much when you're thinking about it. So like back in the day, more so back in the day, but even still now, like I would go through something or experience something and I would interpret it in a certain way, but then through books, through podcasts, through YouTube videos, I would listen to someone else talk about the exact same situation and they would get a completely different lesson from it. And it would just be like, I didn't need to think about it that way. I didn't need to be so negative, or there was actually a positive in that situation. And yeah, it just really helped. And then also, I just want to be honest. Like, I just want to be authentic and like create connection with you guys listening, because I feel like we have so much inauthenticity, is that the word? And AI, and yeah, we just feel more disconnected than ever. So we need to understand that we're human, and there are other people who experience the exact same struggles that we do, and that is completely fine. But don't forget to subscribe to the podcast if you're watching on YouTube, follow it if you're listening to it on Spotify, and if you feel like there's someone that would enjoy listening to me talk to a camera for 20 minutes, then feel free to share the episodes to them. So we're going to get into it. That's about as far as my introduction goes. So confidence. I feel like it's a very sought after trait. And I do believe that the more confident you are in yourself, the more success and happiness you will achieve. Low confidence is going to hold you back in every single domain of your life, in your dating, in your business, in your like relationships, like within friends, just in everything. If you don't believe in yourself and you're not showing up as the best, truest version of yourself, then it is gonna have an impact. And the more you have it, the more fulfillment you'll be, the more fulfillment you will have. And yeah, like there are some people who I feel like are just naturally confident. I don't understand those people. I wish I was one of them. But for us mere mortals, I think it's something that we need to work on. And there's a lot of steps we need to do to get there. And I feel like we make the mistake of thinking that confidence is passive and confidence is like a thing of you either have it or you don't. And that's what I kind of thought for so many years. And it held me back for so many years. And it caused a lot of problems, which I now realize had I changed my perspective or saw it in a different way, then yeah, just life would have been so different. So yeah, the first mistake we make is thinking that it's passive. So growing up, and I'm probably going to talk about, I think I spoke about it in the last episode, and I'm probably going to talk about it a lot. I experienced a lot of anxiety, and I used it as an excuse for such a long time. And you'll notice there that I say now I experienced anxiety, whereas in the past I would say my anxiety would stop me doing this. My anxiety was the reason that I can't do that. My anxiety, I can't do this because of my anxiety. It was part of my identity. It was something that was there for such a long time, which meant I just spent a lot of time on my own. I would smoke weed all the time, which we could probably argue that was feeding into the anxiety. But the main thing is I just would never step out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't try and take risks because, again, like because of my anxiety. I wasn't making the necessary actions. And now I look back on it, I realized that I didn't ever deserve to be confident. Like, my lack of confidence was very much warranted, because if you looked at my life back then, and I kind of want you to kind of think about it in this way, which is kind of a bit of a counterintuitive way of seeing confidence. And this is for the person that feels like they're not confident. Do you deserve to not feel that way? Like, are you living your life in a certain way that if you look at the evidence, there is no reason for you to be confident? Like, are you challenging yourself? Are you making easy decisions all the time? Are you just drinking? Are you just smoking? Are you just like picking the easy way out over and over again? Like, sometimes if we really look at it and we take a step back, and it takes a lot of, I guess, self-awareness and swallowing your pride and ego massively, but most of the time we can look at our lives and realize, okay, I'm actually not doing things that warrant me being confident. I'm not putting myself out there. I am just like playing life on easy mode and just sitting on the sidelines. So if you can answer that question, which is great, if you're like, yep, do you know what, I put my hands up and I actually am not living my life in a way that a confident person would, I'm not actually trying to make myself feel uncomfortable, then obviously you can change that. Ryan Holiday has a great quote that self-belief is overrated, evidence is better. If you have evidence of being the person that you want to be, and there is undeniable proof that you have done hard things, that you have pushed through the discomfort, that you have taken risks, and time again you have tried to do the hard thing, confidence will come. You will have confidence in your abilities. You will have confidence in being the person that you want to, like, that you say you are in your head, and the person that you say you are to other people. So number one is start building evidence. Start doing things that warrants you to be confident, that you want to be confident about, that you can kind of overcome. Not just like looking back and thinking, well, yeah, I actually don't do anything. Like, I don't challenge my body. I don't challenge my mind. I don't put myself out there in my job. I don't put myself out there in relationships. So why the fuck would I be confident? Long pause for that. Like, that is probably one of the biggest realizations that I had. And then the second one, kind of leading off from there, just is environment. So I chased the wrong people for so many years because of the simple fact of they were confident. Like, I just saw that bit. They were cool, they were confident, they were popular, and I just kind of wanted to embed myself as that person. And I would put myself in groups, or I would be friends with like certain people, or look up to certain people who had different interests to me, had different views of life, conducted themselves in different ways. But rather than changing that, I took that as, I'm the problem. There's something wrong with me. Like, I'm not like them. I wasn't naturally inclined to be as social or as outgoing as them, or like enjoy drinking, or like just, yeah, had different interests and different views. So I kind of just equated that to I was the problem. And it's very, I have to read this out of what I've written because I don't want to fuck this up. It's hard to become the person you want to be when you're in an environment that constantly reminds you of the person that you're not. Like, you are never going to be confident if the situations that you're in all the time don't allow you to be. Like, at some level, I obviously didn't want to be how they were, and that was always going to be a thing. But if I'm constantly in that situation of like, oh, no, I'm not them, I'm not like that, I don't want to do that, like, that doesn't sit right with me, of course you're going to reflect that internally and be like, I'm just not that confident. You're not going to grow in confidence being in those situations. The definition of confidence, I googled it, is the feeling or the belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. So linking back to that first one of the evidence, when you're confident in someone, when you're confident that they're going to go do their job, when you're confident that that person is going to turn up, you believe in them because they follow through on the actions that they say. Like, they're giving you proof, they're giving you constant evidence of things that you can trust them. Like, there is a whole like trust and faith element here. And confidence is not something that just appears one day on your doorstep, and like you wake up one morning and you're like, oh yeah, I feel so confident today. Like, you have to constantly work at it. There has to be a point where you're like, fucking hell, like I need to go and do something. Like, it's an active process of building trust with yourself. For years, I just wallowed, like I said, blaming my anxiety, never doing anything about it, and reading books, listening to podcasts. But eventually you have to get to a stage where you just get out there and start doing the work, and like leaning into the discomfort, doing things that, yeah, make you feel slightly uncomfortable, keeping promises to yourself. Like, you may think you don't, but your mind and brain very much takes note of all the times that you're like, oh, I'm going to go and do that thing, or yeah, I'm going to go do that today, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go do this, and you don't, then you stop trusting yourself. You start painting this narrative in your head that you're just the sort of person that speaks hot air and just never sees it through. It means getting good at your abilities, like getting sure at yourself, confident that you can do something. I found myself being most confident when I was talking about like fitness, and that's where I grew a lot of my confidence of like being a personal trainer, because I felt like I knew what I was talking about. Again, if I was in a situation where I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing, for example, I did a telesales job for 1 month when I had to phone people up and try and sell them trees in Brazil as like a bond and put their money in, and it would get them investment. But I hated it and I didn't feel confident in what I was doing. So I sucked at that job. I was so bad. I hated the environment. I hate the fact that I had to call 100 people like a day. Again, linking back to that, where you put yourself in. And I was shit at it. I was so bad. And that affected my confidence so massively, because I wasn't sure of my abilities. I wasn't putting myself in situations or moments where I could feel like I was good at the thing that I was doing. And again, it just means leaning into those butterflies in your stomach and still doing the thing anyway. Being nervous. One way that I overcame, so I had like massive social anxiety, and looking back on it, I don't know if it was like I actually truly had anxiety. I mean, I used to have panic attacks, so maybe you say I could, but or was it a case of just growing up? But the social aspect of my anxiety of like meeting new people, going out clubbing, like I think by the age of like 23, I'd only been out into a club like less than 10 times, because I was just too shit scared of being around people. Like, it just makes me feel really uncomfortable. I only got over that counterintuitively by doing it. Like, it wasn't a case of, I was used to think, oh, maybe when I grow up, I kind of get over it. I will just wake up and magically it will disappear. But it was just, I had to just keep putting myself in that situation of, oh my God, this sucks. I hate this. Like, everyone's looking at me. Like, I really don't feel confident in this moment. And then getting to the other side of that and thinking, oh, do you know what? I'm actually okay. Like, that's fine. Nothing, like, no one laughed at the way that I did a certain thing, or nothing terrible happened. Like, okay, I feel a little bit more confident to go and do that next time. And the more that I did it, the more that I just showed up and lent into it, the less I kind of felt worried about it. And the more I was just like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to go and do that. And then that then further gave me proof that the next time I feel something that's making me feel anxious, I have confidence in the fact that if I just lean into it, if I just do the thing anyway, I will feel better. Like, I will get over it. It will feel a bit weird. So yeah, like, build confidence by leaning into the thing that fucking scares you. Gonna go back to the definition one more time. The feeling or the belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. I made myself so small for so years by either putting myself in the wrong environment or simply doing nothing about it. And it wasn't until I started challenging myself and taking risks in my mind, doing the thing that scared me, that like my confidence started to grow. Like, I just kept showing up. I just kept, by the definition, having faith in myself that I would go and do the thing. And I wouldn't just like shy away from all the hard moments. And I wouldn't just like, okay, I'm just going to leave that and one day it will sort itself out. Like this podcast, like, it seems very confident, but I'm shitting myself as I'm talking about this. It's taken me nearly 2 hours to film this episode, but I'm not going to get better. I'm not going to get more confident talking to camera. I'm not going to get more confident in the way that I speak by not doing it. I have to lean into the discomfort. I have to keep pressing post. I have to just allow myself to potentially have an episode that flops. And then over time, I will get better. I will get more fluid. I will get more confident. And no one is coming to do the work for you. Like all of that I've just said to you, no one is going to show up and be like, yep, I'll sort this out for you. Just don't worry. And you can go and do your thing. And tomorrow you'll be fine. You'll be more confident. Like it does come from all the grunt work of just building up all that little bit of proof to be the person that you say that you are and that you think that you are. I've written down some tips here of like what you can do to kind of help with your confidence. Something that can, like, just little small things that you can do. Number one is take pride in your appearance. Like for this podcast, I've had a shower, I've done my skincare, I've put a white shirt on. Like I feel good in myself so that I can hopefully portray that and feel more confident whenever I'm doing the thing. If you're not regularly getting a nice trim or like taking care of yourself and focusing on, like, I don't know, I suppose your hygiene or like feeling good in yourself, then it's going to portray, like that's going to portray when you go out into the world. So a quick and easy tip is take massive pride in your appearance, like the way that you dress, the way that your hair is all the time. There's a big running joke that I get my hair cut all the time, but I do it because it makes me feel good. And then if I feel good about myself, I'm going to feel more confident in the things that I'm going to be doing. But yeah, take pride in the way that you look. Surround yourself with the right environment. Again, if you're in situations where you don't resonate with the people, you don't want to be like them, put yourself in places where you do. Like put yourself in places where people uplift you and like make you feel good about yourself and have positive things to say and want to talk about the things that you want to do, and like your confidence will grow. Or put yourself in environments where you have the capacity to talk openly about your struggles, and other people can talk openly about theirs and they can help you. Like all of these kind of things, if you're in the right environment, you will only reflect that inwards and have the confidence because you have the people around you to kind of fall back on and G you up to go and do the thing. Third one is find something you're passionate about. Find a thing that you can be an expert, quote unquote, in, and you can speak with authority, you can speak with confidence. And that doesn't have to be like start a business or whatever, but like there's something that if someone was to ask you a question, you could talk to them openly and be like, yep, this is the thing. You become the man that they go and talk to about X topic. So for me, it was fitness. Like I felt confident about fitness and knew what it was that I was talking about, so that when it came across in conversation, like I felt confident in myself. And you've only got to do that for a small period of time to then change the narrative on the way that you're thinking and the way that you view yourself. If you're confident in this one thing, then that just means that you can be confident in this other thing. And then the most underrated one is keep promises to yourself. Like I said, self-belief is overrated. Evidence is better. The more evidence you have, you can follow through. You are a man of your word. You say something and you actually do it. The more that you will be confident in yourself, in your abilities, and in the things that you want to achieve. So yeah, that's episode 2. Confidence. There's so many avenues that I could have gone down there, and I don't know why this has actually been quite a difficult episode to record. Not too sure why that could be, but hopefully there was something in there that kind of helps you and you can take something away from it. In terms of the plans for the future of this podcast, I would like to get guests on, because as you can see, it's very difficult to talk on your own for an extended period of time and make things flow. So if there is anyone that comes to mind that you think would be a good fit for the Like Minds community, that we kind of like can talk about the same sort of things and would resonate with the message that I'm trying to portray, then let me know. Write it in the comments below wherever it is that you're watching. And the second piece that I wanted to talk about is, so point number 2 was surround yourself with the right environment. If you have people in your circle that are geeing you up, supporting you, giving you the space to confide in and like share your struggles, you will feel a lot more confident in yourself. And that's kind of what I wanted to build. That's kind of the thing that I felt like I was missing for so many years. I didn't think I had the community. I didn't feel like I had the like-minded people to talk about like the books that I was reading, or the things that I wanted to achieve, or the businesses that I wanted to make, and all these kind of things. And yeah, I just want to make a community of guys that all support, talk openly, and are like-minded in the pursuit of bettering themselves and being more self-aware and having more confidence. So if you feel like it's going to be a group chat, I don't know how I'm going to make this WhatsApp. It will be in the show notes. I haven't decided. I'm recording this on Thursday and I'll be posting it on Sunday. Hopefully in that window I would have thought of a solution, but there will definitely be something in the show notes to either register your interest or let me know if it's something that you would want to be a part of. So yeah, any suggestions for episodes, write in the comments below. DM me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on other platforms, and I will see you in the next episode.